hello everybody, and welcome to Average Joe Watch Reviews, where we do more than just reviews. If this is your first time on the channel, I welcome you to the Average Joe family. Please do me a huge favor. Anyone that is watching this video, if you please smash that like button, that is the most charitable way to help support the channel. So, today I'm doing something of a first on YouTube. And this is actually in recognition of MAS, Matthew & Sons Watch Company out of Australia. I'm actually going to give you a side-by-side view of all three of their watches that they have produced so far, and give you specs, my thoughts and opinions, and just kind of just compare them a little bit for you in this video. So if you guys enjoy this content and want to see more, please subscribe and click that notification bell so therefore you don't miss a video. So with no further ado, we're going to dive right on into the review. All right, so we've got all three MAS models here in one video. So let's get started. Matthew & Sons actually started off with the Irukandji Diver. And this particular diver can be had with the crown at the 10 o'clock position or the 4 o'clock position. They give you that choice when ordering. And this watch actually comes in a lot of fun colors. This one is actually in tentacle purple, but it also comes in sea storm red, tropical yellow, reef blue, stinger pink, deadly black, sea green, and starfish orange. So really, really fun colors, very vibrant colors as well. As you can see here, this is a sunburst. Good lume. You even have some lume on the ceramic bezel itself. What's really unique about this particular piece is the fact that it is actually shaped like an Irukanji jellyfish. Now, the Irukanji is actually embossed on the back of the case. And you can see here that it actually looks like there's even some bead blasting here. And it's just really, it's done really well. The Irukanji actually is the deadly poisonous jellyfish that swims in the Australian waters. This one is actually powered by the NH35. This does have a sapphire domed crystal with AR coating on the underneath, and you do get the riveted brushed bracelet with the polished end links, and you do get a nice polished buckle, or should I say clasp, with the MAS logo etched in, milled, and it's just a pressure fit with the safety clasp. So that was the first one that they produced. One of my favorite dive watches, and I typically wear this in the summertime because it's just so fun. So really nice job there. Then they came out with the JCB Rose. Now, this one actually has a thistle in the back here, and this one isn't as deeply engraved. This one's kind of more etched, but it does have that same bead blast look. But this one's just a little bit flatter than the Irukanji was. This one's powered by the Miyota 9039 movement. This one does have 50 meters of water resistance. The Irukanji actually has 200 meters of water resistance with the screw down crown. Forgot to mention that. Also, let me get you the dimensions real quick as well. This one is actually a 42 millimeter case, but the bezel itself is 39.5. So this actually suits a variety of wrist sizes. This one does have a 20 millimeter lug width, and the depth of the watch, actually, the thickness, let me just get that for you real quick. I actually forget what that was. That is actually a 15 millimeter case thickness. And then you're looking at the 46 lug to lug. So really good dimensions on this particular watch. Now, when we look at the JCB Rose, This is a 38 millimeter. And this one actually is 47 lug to lug. This one does have a 20 millimeter lug width, and it is 12 millimeters thick in thickness. You do have the MAS logo etched into the crown here. Coin edge, just really done really nicely. This one actually comes in a lot of different flavors. This one actually is rose gold, but they also have silver and they also have yellow gold as well. And the dial color here is actually this one's the blue rose, but they also have a sky steel, a crimson gold, white rose, and a classic white. Now, this one is the JCB Rose, named after and inspired by Matthew's grandfather, John Crossenbarns. This one does have sapphire crystal. There is no AR coating, which is very reminiscent of a traditional style watch of the 50s. You do see a flat dial. There is no like sunburst effect, again reminiscent of that era. And you do see that the numerals have that classic look, which is really, really nice. And very, very little lume. Nothing to write home about here in regards to this particular watch. And then you've got the leather crocodile looking strap with the rose gold buckle and MAS etched into here. So these are the two watches I've actually had on the channel already. Now we get to the Arcticus. Let me try that again. The Arcticus Field Watch. Now this one is actually in burnt orange, but you can also get this in coal black, blizzard white, and glacier blue. This one does have 150 meters of water resistance, and this does have a sandwich dial. Right away you could see that it does have the brushing on the hands, and there is luminescence all throughout. And I'll definitely give you guys a lume shot right here of the watch. Now, Matthew & Sons, at least with the Irukanji, had the deadly jellyfish. So, to keep with the deadly Australian animal theme, they actually have the most deadliest snake that they have, which is called the death adder. And this one is the most venomous, and it's native to Australia. Very, very deadly. And as you can see here, sapphire crystal, stainless steel 316L. And this does have the high beat Miyota 9039 movement. The whole entire watch is brushed. And it's like a very, very nicely brushed, I have to admit. All throughout, all like each angle you see, even the bezel is brushed. The only high polish I see is actually on the signed crown. And again, you get the coin edge. But I mean, even when we look at the bracelet, look at that brushing, guys. That's really, really done nicely. Definitely not something I would expect at a watch, on a watch at this price point. At least done this nicely. I think this is definitely very luxury quality. So there you go with that. This does have a milled clasp, and it does have a brushed clasp here, and it does have the dual push button, and it snaps into place with the safety clasp. If we take a look at the two clasps side by side, the MAS, the Irukanji and the Arcticus. The Irukanji is definitely much more fun to say, guys, I have to admit. But you do see slight differences here. I would say, yeah, the etching in here is definitely deeper than it is here. You can see that gap here. Now, the other thing is, this is actually on the Irukanji.
This one is pressure fitted, which I actually like the Arcticus one better because this one can be, well, I mean, it's just a little bit more cumbersome, and I don't get that snap that you get. So I prefer the push button clasp here. I just think it's a lot easier to operate, a lot smoother. You get that click. So I'm glad to see that they upgraded that on this watch here. The other thing is, and I think a lot of you guys will be happy to hear, but there is indeed 6 micro adjusts on this particular one. There is 6, man, this is dirty. Let's go to this side. There's 6 micro adjusts on this one as well. But the major difference here is you've got the double-sided screws, which you need 2 screwdrivers of a similar size to size, and you also have to have very good dexterity. I do have a video that I will list in the description down below on how to change one of these. I've had no problems with it, but I've heard a lot of complaints about changing out bracelets like that. So they went with the traditional pin system, which is much, much more simpler. So there you go, guys. All 3 Matthew & Son watches here on one stage. Which one would you guys pick? Let me know down below. I would love to hear it.
All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed looking at the Irukanji, which is the most genius name for a watch. Then I have the Arcticus here on my wrist, and the JCB Rose. What do you guys think down below? Which one of these are your favorites, and are you looking to pick one up today because of the video? I would seriously love to know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and always remember that there's always time to be kind to one another. Please take care of each other, and I'll see you guys next time on another edition of Average Joe Watch Reviews. God bless, my friends.